Hi, I'm Ray, Chubby Ray Comics. I don't buy single issues. I buy trade paperbacks. I buy omnibuses. I love collected editions. I love talking about them, and I appreciate you coming over to watch me talk about them. Today, we're talking about love. Love is a many splendid thing. I know it's not Valentine's Day, but I planned this before Valentine's Day, got busy, and figured I'd do it after Valentine's Day. Now, this is not a rom-com episode of Chubby Ray Comics. It's not a Hallmark Channel themed episode. What we're talking about today is the greatest superhero couples ever put on paper. We're talking about love in the Longbox. Long live love in the Longbox. My 10 greatest comic book couples of all time. Of all time. All time. Of all time. And listen, this isn't just who kissed who. This is about legacy. Couples who've been together for a long time. It's about sacrifice. Couples who've given up so much in order to stay together or to find time for each other. It's about relationships that have survived throughout the years and throughout the different hardships that everyone has, especially in comic books. It's about people that have survived retcons, reboots, clones, deaths, and worst of all, editorial decisions. So let's go with our top 10 list. Now, it is a Chubby Ray Comics video, so of course, honorable mention. Honorable mention number 1 from the New Warriors. I loved this duo. Firestar and Marvel Boy. Firestar, Angelica Jones, and Marvel Boy, Vance Astrovic. They had a relationship for many, many years until, of course, he went to jail. And then he eventually changed his name to Justice. They were a great duo that Marvel could have done so much more with. Why do the New Warriors no longer exist? They got to bring them back. That's honorable mention number 1. Honorable mention number 2. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I know there are some people that don't like the same-sex element, but what a great duo. What a crazy duo, but a great duo. Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, honorable mention couple number 2. Honorable mention number 3, Arthur and Mira. That's right, Aquaman and Mira. What a great couple. Especially with Jeff Johns writing, man, they were perfect. And they're just fierce badasses too. Aquaman and Mira, what a great couple. Honorable mention number 3. Now let's get into the list. Number 10, the couple that has the most tragic destiny of anyone in comic relationships. From the early X-Men days to Phoenix to Dark Phoenix to Resurrection after Resurrection, their love story is cosmic and forever. It's Scott Summers and Jean Grey. Their passion, power, and pain all wrapped up into one giant mutant relationship. Their love literally reshaped the Marvel Universe. When Jean falls, Scott falls harder. Their drama, their destiny, their eternal. Scott Summers and Jean Grey forever. Cyclops and Phoenix. Number 9. As you know, I'm a big Legion of Superheroes fan, so of course, Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl. Now, this is a deep cut duo, but this is commitment across time. Lightning Lad literally died, and Saturn Girl's grief and devotion helped bring him back. They married in this giant-sized book, by the way. They built a great future together. They had children. This is DC Comics' long-term science fiction love story that doesn't get talked about enough. Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl is true love through the ages. It's from the Legion of Superheroes. They're number 9 of my great comic superhero couples of all time. And now, number 8. This will be the one people complain about the most on this list. Spider-Man and Black Cat. Chemistry, chaos, temptation. Peter Parker and Felicia Hardy are fireworks. Every time these two get together, it's madness. She loves Spider-Man. She doesn't love Peter Parker. And he's just nuts about her. But how's he going to bring himself to admit it? Their tension makes them electric. It's fun, it's flirty, it's dangerous. I think Spider-Man and Black Cat are the perfect couple. I wish that there was a way that Peter and Felicia could end up together. I know that's not the case, but I wish it could happen. It may not be built to last, but it's unforgettable. It's Spider-Man and Black Cat. Number 8 on my greatest comic couples list. Number 7, Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle. Batman and Catwoman. This is obsession and understanding. Selina sees Bruce. She understands the darkness. She lives in the gray. Whether it's Batman's Hush or Tom King's run or 1,000 rooftop moments, they circle each other constantly. They may never fully settle down, but they are magnetically tied together. And I think that Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle are meant to be together in some way forever. Number 7 of my greatest comic couples list. Number 6, Southern Charm meets trauma and healing. Rogue and Gambit. Rogue can't touch people, Gambit only wants to touch Rogue. These two had such an amazing dynamic throughout the 90s. They flirt, they fight, they reconcile, and when they finally married, it felt earned. This is a passion with emotional scars. And in Gail Simone's latest Uncanny X-Men run, they're a couple that's made to last. Rogue and Gambit, number 6 on my greatest comic couples list. Number 5. Number 5. Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon. They're just a great couple. Growth. They grew up together. From Batgirl and Robin to Nightwing and Oracle. This is partnership. This is trust. They balance each other out. They understand each other's worlds, and honestly, they just make sense. They're a fantastic couple. I just can't imagine either of them with anybody else. Batgirl and Nightwing, Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon, forever. Greatest couple of comic books, couple number 5. Couple number 4, Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson. Say what you want, one more day happened. But Peter and MJ are soulmates. She chose Peter, not Spider-Man. And nobody drew this couple better than Todd McFarlane. Through financial struggle, loss, and danger, Mary Jane stood by Peter Parker. This is the everyman hero and the woman who believes in him. And when they were married, that was peak Spider-Man. And then, of course, one more day happened. Ugh. I don't even want to talk about it. Number 3, Oliver Queen and Dinah Lance, or Green Arrow and Black Canary. Ride or die. Oliver and Dinah are fire and fury. No matter what iteration of Green Arrow it is, they always end up together. They argue, they challenge each other, they fight side by side, but they're equals. Green Arrow and Black Canary destined to be together forever. It's not sidekick energy, it's two warriors choosing each other over and over again. And when they're written right, they're unstoppable. And these two characters are always written right. Number 2, Lois Lane and Clark Kent. You know, Superman and Superwoman. You know, these two are the blueprint. Lois doesn't fall in love with Superman because he's powerful. She falls in love with Clark Kent because he's kind. Lois Lane is fearless. Clark Kent is hopeful. Together, these two represent truth, love, and optimism. Through reboots, through deaths, through universe resets, they always find their way back together. Let's face it, Lois and Clark are the gold standard in comic books. They're awesome, but they're number 2 in my greatest comic couples. And now, number 1, Reed and Sue Richards, the greatest superhero marriage ever written. Not perfect, not flawless, but real. Reed's brilliant, but emotionally distant at times. Sue's strong, grounded, and fiercely protective. They argue, they struggle, and they evolve. But at the center of Marvel's first family is their marriage. They built a family. They raised Franklin and Valeria. They survived Galactus, Doom, universes collapsing. They're a foundation. And even when they're fighting, they're still the foundation for Marvel Comics. That's why they're number 1. No matter what the fight, they always get back together. And Reed always chooses Sue. That's why they're number 1 of my greatest comic couples of all time. There you go. Long live Love in the Longbox. Now I know I probably missed some. Vision and Scarlet Witch, Wally and Linda, Barry and Iris. Maybe you got a deep cut I didn't mention. I tried to vary it up a little bit. But if you think I really missed something, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Here's the thing, people. Superhero stories aren't always about punching villains. They're about connections. They're about sacrifice. They're about choosing someone even when the world's ending. And sometimes the most heroic thing of all is to not choose the one you'd rather be with than to save the world. That's what happens in comics. If you love comics, if you love collected editions, if you love when comics get emotional, then you should subscribe to Chubby Ray Comics, because I love talking about ridiculous stuff like this. I love talking about nonsense comic couples. It's awesome. It brings me joy. If you love this stuff too, please subscribe to the channel. Become a member if you want to get videos early, or send me a super thanks. I always dig those. Most of the time, I feel like I'm part of a super couple. And then I forget to put the toilet seat down and, oh well, you know how that is. Anyway, these are the top 10 super couples. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next one.